Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's RFG back at it with another video. Here to share this very important information with you guys. People were asking me on what method, I had to use, or we all had to use, to get rid of these chemtrails in the sky. And I'm just gonna start off by saying that there is a life force, there is a force out there, that keeps this universe in motion. You see what I'm saying? Motion represents life, So when you look at these multiple universes, these parallel universes are actually rotating around each other, And inside of these universes, we have galaxies, In this universe, we have galaxies that are rotating and orbiting around each other, constantly in motion, constantly in spiral motion, And when you look at the stars are moving inside of these galaxies, constantly in motion, When you look at these planets are orbiting around these stars, constantly in motion, When you look at people that are alive inside of our body, our blood is constantly in motion. Our heart is constantly beating, constantly in motion. And there is a universal life force that is all causing this motion of all life forms all across the universe. There is a force keeping all of this in motion simultaneously, and this force is known as orgone energy. It's called orgone energy, and what it is it is the superconductor. It is the superconductor of both electric energy and magnetic energy, See, electric energy is mostly masculine. Magnetic energy is mostly feminine, So when you talk about orgone energy is the alpha and the omega. It is the bridge between the electric and the magnetic. It is the bridge between the electric force and the magnetic force. It is the orgone energy. It is the alpha and the omega, It is the literal universal force that keeps sentient beings in motion, that keeps universal objects in motion, and that keeps life forms alive, that keeps your soul alive. It's called orgone energy, and it is the same as chi energy, and it is neutral, It is neutral because, like I said, magnetic energy is mostly feminine, electric energy is mostly masculine, but the most powerful conductor of both electric and magnetic forces is none other than orgone energy, And what is the scientific breakdown for this orgone energy? Now, it's crazy because these Zionist Jews, man, they love to cause confusion and they love to be master deceivers. So right here in the orgone energy description, they're already trying to throw it off and blow it off as if it's some make-believe fantasy shit. No, you fucking Zionist fucking Jew vampire, you fucking Khazar vampire fucking beast. No, orgone is not pseudoscientific. It's not pseudoscientific. It's very real. So I'm going to start off by saying orgone is a real spiritual concept described as an esoteric energy or hypothetical universal life force, And the Zionist Khazar vampires, they love to throw us off, you see what I'm saying, with that hypothetical in front of universal life force, like it's some fake-ass pseudo life force. You see, they do that to throw you off and to keep you away from it, So orgone energy is a universal life force originally proposed to mainstream white society in the 1930s by Wilhelm Reich, by a guy named Wilhelm Reich. Orgone energy was discovered in white society in the 1930s by Wilhelm Reich, as developed by Reich's student Charles Kelly after Reich's death in 1957. Orgone was conceived as an entropic principle, of the universe. This, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I'm going to come out with a new video series, a whole new video series on the whole Star Wars movies fucking decoded. Because back in 2015, I believe I had a 2 or 3 part series of my Star Wars movies decoded. But I'm going to go into further detail on this whole Star Wars movie series because, ladies and gentlemen, the force that keeps everything in motion, that keeps life forms alive in the universe, okay? The energy around our souls, okay? It's called the orgone energy. It's called the orgone energy, and it is the alpha and the omega, okay? It is the alpha and the omega. It's the orgone energy, okay? And it is asexual. Orgone energy is asexual, okay? So depending on the chromosome that our father gives us, this orgone energy in our body is either going to take up a masculine role or a feminine role, depending on whether our father gives us the Y chromosome or the X chromosome. Okay, because this orgone energy, it is neutral. Okay, it is neutral. It is the alpha and the omega. It is the ultimate conductor of electricity and magnetism in this known universe. Okay, orgone energy. This is the shit that they do not want you to know, ladies and gentlemen. So like I said, without further ado, let's get this lecture started. I'm going to start it off by showing you how powerful this orgone energy is and why they do not want you to know about it. Okay?
Ours history is riddled with unexplained events. You can turn back now and learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Here are the facts. In China, it's called Qi, and in India, it's known as prana. In the West, we call it the soul. But what exactly is it? To the religious, it's a spark of divinity that connects us to the universe. To the skeptics, it's a series of chemical interactions within the brain. Billions of people believe in spiritual energy, but there's no scientific proof of its existence. Finding the soul is a tricky proposition. Modern science has disproven many historical notions of this energy, but the search continues. History is filled with stories of charlatans and believers alike claiming to have discovered it. Consider the notorious experiments of Dr. Duncan McDougall in 1907, when he claimed that the soul weighed an average of 21 grams. This experiment was deeply flawed, but failure hasn't stopped us yet. In fact, some people think the search for the soul ended decades ago with a man named Wilhelm Reich. Born in 1897, Wilhelm Reich studied psychoanalysis under Sigmund Freud. Freud's theory on the libido fascinated Reich, who believed that the libido was a real, physical energy. He moved to the US, where he began research on this energy. He called it orgone. According to Reich, this energy permeated the universe, and orgone imbalances could create health problems. Reich claimed orgone treatment could combat cancer. His ideas eventually caught the government's attention. According to declassified FBI files, Reich was under investigation for ties to the Communist Party. In 1947, the agency concluded that Dr. Reich was not a communist agent and did not believe his research was subversive. Then the FDA began to persecute Reich, suing him in 1954 to place an injunction on the shipment of orgone-related devices and literature. He was arrested that same year. According to skeptics, Reich was locked up for making false claims and distributing what amounted to snake oil, but others don't buy that story. Here's where it gets crazy. While mainstream historians believe the feds prosecuted Reich for alleged communist ties, his supporters paint a different picture. These theorists say Reich was singled out because his orgone accumulators worked. He did not request payment when treating people, and he held demonstrations to prove the effectiveness of the technology, chiefly focusing on the orgone chamber. These boxes are made from layers of wood, wool, and metals. According to Reich, they concentrate ambient orgone energy, which can cure physical ailments. Reich also used orgone to operate his cloudbuster, which he claimed could manipulate cloud cover. Archived newspaper articles report the cloudbuster's alleged success. So if orgone is real and potentially beneficial, why did the government crush Reich? Most theorists believe factions in the government and the medical industry repressed Reich's work because it threatened the status quo. Other theorists believe President Eisenhower enlisted Reich in a covert war against extraterrestrials, and that the arrangement soured. Both of these groups are short on proof and resort to rumors, but the FDA's actions are suspicious. After stalling transportation of the device, the agency collected Reich's literature and burned it in incinerators. Reich died of heart failure in prison in 1957. Today, he's a controversial figure, on the fringes of psychology and at the heart of conspiracy theories. Which image is closer to the truth? Was Wilhelm Reich hounded for being a snake oil salesman? Or was he jailed for discovering something they don't want you to know?
Very, very amazing information right there. Very amazing information. Okay. This government in place is completely tyrannical. Okay. Completely tyrannical. And their whole goal and their mission is to get you to believe that all you're worth, all you're supposed to be doing as a human, okay, is working for a fucking corporation, okay, making some paper money. You're really making paper money, you see what I'm saying, for them. You're really giving them all your energy, okay? So you're giving all your fucking energy to paper money, okay? And you think your whole life revolves around a fucking green piece of paper, okay? Meanwhile, your energy is being harvested, your chi energy, your ka energy, okay? Your chi energy and your ka energy is basically the same as your orgone energy, because your orgone energy is the energy produced by your soul, okay? By your soul, which is 21 grams, okay? The soul is neutral energy. It's neutral energy. It's neither male nor female, okay? We don't become male or female until our father gives us the X or the Y chromosome, okay? So this orgone energy is the biggest superconductor of electric and magnetic force on the whole universe. Orgone energy. Okay. I'm about to blow you guys' minds. I made a Instagram post. Over 6 months ago. Around seven months ago. Okay, on this orgone energy. Okay, and I was telling people what the pyramid's purpose was on this earth that we live on, okay? The pyramids are cosmic penises. Let me repeat. The pyramids are cosmic penises. They take the electromagnetic energy from inner earth. They harness it, okay? They harness that orgone energy, and they shoot it back out into the earth's atmosphere. This is why chemtrails do not exist above the fucking pyramids. Let me repeat. This is why they cannot spray chemtrails above the pyramids, ladies and gentlemen, because the orgone energy is being used to dissolve the pyramids. Dissolve the chemtrails above our heads, okay? The pyramids are the biggest conductors of orgone and electromagnetic energy on the earth. This is why we do not see chemtrails being sprayed over pyramid structures over the earth, people. It's time to wake up. Because these ancient pyramids, okay, I believe they also, not only do they have magnetic yin and yang limestones, they also have certain crystals inside of the pyramid structures. And I believe there's also a large copper coil. Inside of these pyramid structures, okay? Because these pyramid structures were built to harness the electromagnetic energy coming from inner earth and to shoot it into the atmosphere, okay? So basically our souls would be going into a wormhole, which is also known as a stargate under our sun, okay? To be taken to the center of the galaxy, the Milky Way, back to the universal creator. Okay? That's what the pyramids are. They're cosmic penises. They're cosmic penises, ladies and gentlemen, and their job is to take the souls from inner earth, okay, that are light. Take the light souls from inner earth and to shoot them back out into stargates, okay, outside of the atmosphere, okay? This is why the government has tried to shut down and tried to bomb. They've actually tried to bomb the pyramids multiple occasions in the past. Go do your research. Go do your research, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So I said in this post, the word pyramid broken down as pyra fire, okay? And mid in the middle. So the Greeks didn't understand the concept of electromagnetic energy. So the only way the Greeks could understand the purpose behind the pyramid was to name them mountains of fire, okay? Pyra means fire, okay? And mid means the middle. They called them pyramid, fire in the middle, but they didn't realize the pyramids conducted electromagnetic energy, okay, through orgone, through the orgone energy, okay, through the orgonite. There's a stone called orgonite, okay, and it's located in every single major pyramid structure across the world, okay. Once again, they were unsure of what this energy was. The pyramids symbolized the male orgasm. The pyramids were built to harness electromagnetic energy from Earth's inner sun and to shoot that energy out into a stargate under our sun, okay? The pyramids were built on every continent to do the same thing, okay? Harness the souls, okay, which is our orgone energy, our orgone electromagnetic energy from inner Earth, and to shoot that back into a stargate, okay, outside of the Earth's atmosphere, okay? So basically, okay, the pyramid is a cosmic penis, okay? The human penis helps bring souls into this world. The pyramid is a penis structure, a penis-like structure that helps get souls back, okay, to the Stargate where they fucking came from, where the souls came from, okay? It's not a game, people. It's not a game. So orgone energy is basically chi energy. Orgone energy is basically chi energy, and chi energy is life force, okay? Chi is a Chinese word meaning aliveness, life force energy, or life breath, okay? Your life force, what keeps you motivated and what keeps you active, what keeps you energized, what keeps you thriving, what keeps you thriving as a person and a soul. That goes back to your chi energy, okay? Your chi energy, which is your ka energy, and I told people, okay, that when you have an orgasm, when a man has an orgasm, that he gives up a piece of his soul. Physically, he gives up a piece of his chi, a piece of his orgone energy, his life force, okay? So how do we knock these fucking chemtrails out of the sky, okay? How do we knock these chemtrails out of the sky, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, there's these objects that people are creating, and it's basically, they're called chemtrail busters. I want everybody to look this up and do their research. They're called chemtrail busters. I want everybody watching this video to do everything you can to purchase a very large chemtrail buster, so that way you can put one in your front yard and in your backyard, and it'll help clear the chemtrails that are over your neighborhood, okay? It'll help dissolve the chemtrails that are over your neighborhood, okay? We got to get active. It's one thing to talk about revolution, okay? It's another thing to take action, okay? So this just shows the importance of the orgone energy being promoted by the chemtrail busters. The chemtrail busters are pyramids. They're pyramids built from orgonite stone, and they have a copper wire. They have a copper wire inside of the orgonite pyramid. This is how we're gonna bust these bastards.
Harmful electromagnetic frequencies by converting harmful EMF waves into healthy, healing energy. Think of it like a force field around you that converts electromagnetic chaos into waves that are compatible with an organic being like yourself. Our environment is millions of times more toxic than it used to be before the wireless revolution, due to cell towers, cell phones, Wi-Fi, microwaves, smart meters, and any wireless devices, including phones, video games, speakers, and all kinds of other shiny new tech. Orgonite uses scalar wave technology to mitigate and even knock chemtrails and other radiation out of the sky. Think of scalar waves as spiral waves that get more powerful as they rise, acting like a quantum electromagnet and pulling the toxic heavy metals in chemtrails up and out of our breathing atmosphere. The crystals are squeezed by the contraction of the resin, and like squeezing the orange juice out of an orange, the crystals emit stronger, more powerful scalar waves due to this constant contraction and pressure. Metals are crystals. Gold, silver, copper, platinum, and most other natural metals are raw crystals as well. So the argument that only metal works or only crystals work are moot points. They both work together, and wherever you have crystals in resin, you have orgonite. The metal is there to even out the field. Crystals are transceivers that have amazing capacities to store and transfer energy. That's why crystals are used not only in metaphysics, but almost all technology as well. In fact, the silicon revolution that spawned computers are based on the ability of silicon, which is a crystal, of course, to store information. You will also probably notice animals are immediately attracted to these devices because they know intuitively that the scalar waves are healing and revitalizing. Orgonite is also an excellent meditation tool as well. It helps block out distracting energy and promotes mental clarity and acuity. A pyramid that is about 5 inches all the way around will help clear the air of chemtrails for about a square mile. If you put 2 on the porch and 2 in the backyard, you are protecting your entire home, your neighbors, and even your neighborhood. I use 4 outside and smaller pieces inside on my computer desk, next to my bed, things like that. But usually they're smaller, medium-sized ones. And I keep the pyramids outside doing the hard work of knocking down radiation. Having orgonite and not having it are like night and day. There were times where I had orders piling up and I would just send my own personal orgonite through the mail, knowing that I could make more the next day or two. But during that day or two, inevitably, they would dump geoengineering chemtrails above my house, and it was totally obvious that my shield of protection was gone. I could feel the difference immediately. The lungs, my body chemistry. When I had the pyramids, I wouldn't notice the heavy metals getting to me nearly as much or at all. So I don't do that anymore. I keep my personal devices intact, protecting my family and my neighbors at all times. Lesson learned.
Okay, so without a doubt, this individual right here, okay, he just explained how important these orgonite pyramids are with copper wires inside of them. The bigger they are, the bigger effect they're going to have on the chemtrails. Okay, plain and simple. Another thing is these objects have to be placed on the grass, on the soil. Okay, once again, these orgonite crystals, they have to be placed on the soil because they actually have to harness the energy that is being emitted, okay, from the inner sun under the Earth's surface. They have to harness that same electromagnetic energy, and this orgonite is going to shoot it. The pyramid is going to shoot that energy, okay, through this copper coil, okay, through the point of the pyramid up into the atmosphere of the Earth. So just like the real pyramids, okay, they're cosmic penises that take the souls from inner Earth out and shoot it out into a stargate under the sun, under the stargate in the sun. Okay, this orgonite right here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do the same thing. Okay, and when it does this, it's going to take the chemtrails away from anywhere from a 1.5 to a 5 mile radius. 1.5 to a 5 mile radius of your neighborhood, depending on the size of this orgonite pyramid. Okay? Okay, this right here is very important. Very important, okay? This right here is going to be a huge part of the revolution, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Huge part of the revolution, because this, ladies and gentlemen, this goes against the artificial EMF waves. This goes against artificial low frequency EMF waves, people. We have to get hip to this information, And these objects are going to have to be placed in both your front yard and your backyard, okay? All truthers, okay? We're all in this together. We're all in this together, ladies and gentlemen. This is very, very important information right here, okay? So once again, orgone energy is the energy that keeps life and celestial bodies and celestial beings in motion. It is the force behind our thought pattern, behind the neuron transmissions in our brains, okay? It is the energy behind the reason of our heart continuing to pump over and over again. It is the orgone energy, okay? It is the orgone energy. That is the connection between the electric energy and the magnetic energy. That is the orgone energy. That is the force. In Star Wars, okay, in the Star Wars movies, you had the force, which was responsible for keeping all celestial bodies in motion all across the universe, okay? That is the force in Star Wars is the orgone energy, okay? And you better believe that the carbon in humans, okay, is directly linked to that orgone energy. The carbon level is going to tell you the level of orgone, okay? So when a Jedi, when his I think they called it midi-chlorians. When his midi-chlorians were measured, they were measuring his level of carbon, his carbon concentration in his blood, because that showed them the level of electromagnetic energy that Jedi was going to be able to tap into. Okay, so they basically said this Jedi has this level of force. Okay, the force is with this Jedi more than it is with this other Jedi. Okay, this Jedi is more in tune with the force than any other Jedi that was born in the past 500 to 1,000 years, because that Jedi had the most carbon and had the most orgone energy. Okay, that carbon and that orgone energy. Okay, that is life. That is life. The carbon is your physical life. The orgone is your spiritual life force. Okay, once again, the carbon is your physical life force. The orgone is your spiritual life force. Okay. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, I am just getting started. Okay. So right off the bat, my next videos are going to be none other than Star Wars Decoded. The whole 8-movie series. Because the 8th movie just came out about a month ago. Okay. About a month ago. And I went to see it with my girlfriend. And it was actually good. It was really good. You know what I'm saying? I saw it with Philip Sebi as well. And it was really good. Really good movie. And I'm going to be decoding all eight Star Wars movies in the series. So just stay tuned and listen very carefully, okay, to these next lectures, because next couple of days, man, you're going to have Star Wars Decoded right there in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so without further ado, that concludes this video. I appreciate everyone who supports RFG and Atlantean movement. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's the chosen one, man. I'm out.